What's up, Comic Book Nation? BD here with your second printing, making sure you're all caught up on the week's biggest issues, ranging from almost seeing Falcon as Captain America to Lil Nas getting a Louis Vuitton Infinity Gauntlet, the really important stuff. Tickets for The Lion King went on sale this week, with Fandango reporting the movie is already the highest first 24-hour pre-seller of all Disney adaptations so far, and the only movie to sell more tickets in the same time frame this year is Avengers Endgame. With box office hauls like this, it's true, everything the light touches can, and probably will, be Disney's. Speaking of Endgame, it's going back to theaters today in an effort to dethrone Avatar as the biggest movie of all time, and it might just close that $30-something million gap, even if the bonus footage isn't all that impressive. You'll get a free poster, hear from Anthony Russo, see an unfinished bonus scene, and get a look at Spider-Man Far From Home, just in case you really can't wait until it hits theaters on Wednesday. By the way, Spider-Man Far From Home is a great movie, sitting at more than 90% on Rotten Tomatoes, including a fresh review from yours truly. Spider-Man Far From Home almost included a cameo from Falcon as Captain America, which we reported exclusively on Comicbook.com. But it never came to pass. On your left, get it? Falcon, Captain. Anyway, here's what creative executive Eric Carroll had to say.
Were there any other Avengers in it? I don't think so.
We briefly talked about bringing in Falcon as Captain America at the end, like maybe once Peter's arc and he's sort of like leading the team, like maybe he calls in a favor. But we also thought it was really important to the arc of this movie that there not be other Avengers available to Nick Fury or Peter, so that he'd have to step up and do it himself.
It's all about Peter stepping up and Peter, getting out of the shadow, not just of Tony, but of the Avengers in general.
Shifting gears to DC, Comicbook.com had a chance to talk with James Wan, that guy who directed that little movie called Aquaman. We finally got him to say something about that Trench spinoff movie.
We're still deep in sort of crafting the script, crafting the story right now, so I don't want to get into that too much, but definitely it's one I really wanted to lean into the horror of it. So it's going to play more as a monster horror movie than it will as a superhero film, but it's definitely still part of the Aquaman world.
And so, speaking of Aquaman, any update you can give on Aquaman 2? What timetable on that?
Nope.
Something tells me Wan is probably not going to be directing the Aquaman sequel, but that's just a hunch. For now, you can see his Annabelle Comes Home, the next Conjuring movie, which is mostly fun and a little bit scary, in theaters right now. Finally, on the comics front, the mysterious 4 teaser from Marvel was revealed as a countdown to an announcement that J.J. Abrams and his son Henry are going to be writing a Spider-Man comic with art from Alex Ross, because who better to write about a kid from Queens than a kid from Southern California? Meanwhile, The Walking Dead refuses to die, gearing up for its next spinoff, which will shoot in Virginia from July through November, while its first spinoff is dropping major clues about where Rick Grimes flew off to. I've seen this Sunday's episode of Fear the Walking Dead, and I'll just say, you'll get some helicopter answers, but the real movie news you're looking for won't be here until San Diego Comic-Con. That's it for today's second printing. Hit me up with your favorite news of the week, or just to talk, on Instagram or Twitter at BrandonDavisBD on both. And be sure to leave your reviews of Annabelle Comes Home and Spider-Man Far From Home on Comicbook.com. On Sunday, July 7th, we will have spoiler-filled chats with Marvel Studios President Kevin Feige and Sony's Amy Pascal on the Comic Book Nation podcast, taking a deeper look at the MCU's final entry to the Infinity Saga. So be sure to stay tuned to Comicbook.com for all the best geek news. I'm BD. I'll see you there.